So let's, before coming to the IntelliJ, I will be, creating a Spring or the Maven repository. So I will be just going to Spring. Okay. So from here, I will be typing like com dot YAML YAML validate. Okay, artifacts name will be YAML validator. YAML validator demo project for, it's not demo, it's project for YAML validation. Okay, now I have test 21. I have this thing. What is the version I have? Okay, so I'll be utilizing 17. Now when it comes to dependencies, let me add Spring. Apart from Spring, let me add Snake. Okay, okay, it's not here. We will add a dependency from our specific repository. Let me click on generate. Okay, now it's generated. Okay, artifact. No, I want this as YAML validator. Okay, let me click on generate. Okay, now my YAML validator is generated. Let me just push back to my softwares and let me do one thing. Let me extract this here. Okay. Okay, now after the extraction is done, let me go back and open the project. Okay, here we go. Now we have our basic syntax or the basic thing ready with us. Now what we'll be doing, it is in the real time updating the dependencies, so let it do it. It takes a little bit of time because it is freshly created. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, I can see here. Let me first go to my pawn file and let me add my dependencies here. Okay, so in the dependencies, let me add my snake dependency here. That is, let me just copy this thing from here. Okay, and let me type org.yaml, and also let me type it here SnakeYAML. If you don't know what I am doing here, what you can simply do is you can just go to the browser and just type SnakeYAML dependencies and simply go towards 2.2, and here you will find out these dependencies here. Correct? Just these are copied, and let me go back here and let me put these dependencies here, and let me remove this file from here. Okay, so our pawn file is ready. Now, once our file is ready, let me go back and create a simple file into my main Java YAML Validator application. We will be creating API on the later phases, but right now we are not going to create an API. So let me just remove this Spring Boot application from here, and we will be writing a simple application in which we can know whether our file is valid or not. In the later cases, we will see whether the string is valid or not. Okay. So let me just do one thing. Let me remove this thing from here, and let me remove this thing from here. YAML Validator application, and let me remove this thing from here. So the first thing is I'm going to create whether it is valid or not. So to create it's valid or not, I'm going to create a Boolean type of a function which is valid. Okay, so let me create. So I'm going to create a function whether it's valid or not, and I'm going to path and I'm going to pass. What I'm going to pass? I'm going to pass it the string file or the path where my file is present. Okay. Public static boolean is variable, then I will be passing my string path here. Okay. Now let me try to load the file from my local system. So I will be using a different loader options. Okay. So let me just type loader options op is equals to new loader options, and here I have created a new object type. Let me proceed further and create YAML, and let me import the dependencies YAML is equals to new YAML. What new YAML? New safe constructor. It's going to be new safe constructor, and inside constructor, what we are going to pass? We are going to pass this loader options. Where is the loader options? It is OP, and there we go. Then we are just going to write a simple try and catch here, which is going to validate. Okay, if something fails, it is going to tell me. If something goes well, it's going to tell me. So I'm going to I'm going to type try. What try? Input stream. We have the dependent. We have the package with us. What is it? Input. What is the input? Which we have given to a file path from where we are going to load our file. Equals to new file input stream. What FP? What is FP? Where we are passing our path that is going to be taken care by this thing. Okay. Then let me type input YAML.load input, and if it is true, then return true. If this is not true, then we are going to catch. What we are going to catch? We are going to catch the exception. So to catch the exception, we will type file not found exception E, and then we are going to type file not found plus e dot get message, and we are going to return false. There we go. And then we have this other catch exception E, in which we are going to type catch exception E. what is the message or what is the file which is not valid, which have been found here. So either we can type this or we are going to print it. So to better way to print it would be, uh, I'm not going to type it. I will utilize those things. I will type invalid invalid YAML plus. Remember we printed some message. We will type e.message and here it got closed. Then we have this something called as return statement. Okay. And then we have the brackets closed and this one got closed here. Okay. Now everything looks good. Let me write our main statement in this code here. That is public static void main string as public static void main string as, and then I'm going to define my string path. Whatever is my string path, I'm going to define that thing here. And then I'm going to utilize my function. Which function is valid YAML? What is valid YAML? Path. If is valid YAML, then type system println the file is valid. File is valid YAML. If this is not a valid YAML, then else. File is not a valid YAML. Not valid YAML, and there we go. And here we can close this file here. Is there any issues here? Let me try running the file. Let me indent it properly. Control Alt L. And here we go. Let me test this thing. Okay. Something is running. Okay, system cannot find a specified part. That is correct. Okay. Now let me do one thing. Let me just create one more file here. New directory YAML test. Yeah. It's okay. And let me do one thing. Let me create a file here. File. One.yml. One.yml. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy paste this code here from here, and I'm going to paste this code here, and I'm going back to my code and enter the path here. In real time, we can have an array list, we can do whatever we want, but just for a testing purpose, for the sake of creating a valid, standalone application, we will be running this thing. Now, let me try running the current file. And let's see. It says file is a valid YAML. Now, let me do some tweak here. Do some tweak here means, let me remove this brackets from here. Okay. Let's see. Now what does it gives? If I run this particular file now, okay, let me give topic. Let me just do it multiple times and then try to run this application. Okay, Now, if you see right now what it is saying, it's saying duplicate key is found. And what is my duplicate key? It is saying my duplicate key is found, that is topic. Because I have used topic multiple times and I have told we can have a key value pair in which the key is always unique in nature. Can you see? Right now we have created a simple POC in which we are able to validate whether my file is a valid YAML or not. So this can be a great changer. We can utilize it anywhere to validate whether the given file is a proper YAML or not. So that's all for now. In the upcoming session, we will see how will you consume this as an API.